I am Dipuo Phakathi. I own a carpentry manufacturing business called Denic Cabinets. We design, manufacture and install custom-made kitchen units, built-in cupboards and office furniture. This is for the residential market, the retail market and the corporate market. I was inspired to start my business actually just from an early age. I've always had a passion for home decor, home renovations. It's a passion that I share with my mom. There's very few black women players in the kitchen industry. I had, when I searched online, there was quite a few and I thought, wow, how interesting, why is this the way it is? And then I thought, let me try it. I heard about the NEF Furniture Fund via multiple sources actually. So I'm part of the PG Bison Enterprise Development as a beneficiary. So I remember them telling us that there is a particular fund that we could apply for, and they had a whole webinar about it with the application process. So my experience was quite broad. I didn't know what to expect. So I started applying after obviously attending the webinar that helped. I got approved first time, so there wasn't a lot of back and forth. I also think that my preparedness helped. So my business long-term goals is that right now I'm pretty much more dominant in the Gauteng province. I want to roll out my business nationwide, or at least just have it in a couple of few provinces. I do have a lot of demand from provinces like Limpopo, Mpumalanga and Northwest. So the advice I would have is pretty much start where you are with what you have. I think a lot of us, including me, a lot of us think, you have to be at a certain level in order to start applying. You have to do this. And what I've learned is that there will never be a perfect time for you to start. So the support that ideally I would like NEF to give me is the access to market that they can assist me with. So in terms of empowerment, we basically employ women in my business. I've got about, I think 40% of my business is comprised of women in the interior design department and also in the manufacturing, the factory department. For the youth, we also have interns. I've got 2 interns from the YES program. I'm busy speaking with the DTIC for the Furniture Fund winners. They're looking for internships and I've raised my hand to say, if you need 1 or 2 interns to be hosted, I'm open. So with the NEF Fund, I'm now able to properly grow my business, and in growing my business, I'm going to need interior designers, I'm going to need administrators, and hence I'm in the process of offer to purchases. I've been trying to find a space for my retail showroom, but that's because I do plan to employ more people as the company grows. I would like to thank the NEF for the support. I think I was also at a stage in my business 6 years in. I had grown frustrated because it was not the first time that I was applying for a particular fund. But I also think I needed to get to a stage in my business where I'm ready. And I think last year when I started, being serious and putting together my application, I was at a stage where I've got the right team running the business so I can be administrative in my business and, pay attention to the application process. So, but I would just like to thank them for also their development finance, because it's very few funders that will offer you the interest rates that I was able to get. And basically the development fund, it's not just a fund, but there's support in it, there's hand holding in it, and so I would really like to thank them from us furniture manufacturers and for making this opportunity to accessing funding. Thank you.